second. And that's the first down. And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference in this game. He's hitting over 350 versus left-handed pitching this season, and that's what we're looking at today. If those numbers hold true, he could be in for a huge performance.
And, fellas, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners at the start of play here tonight. They were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Matt Chapman is the second out of the opening frame. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Moving under it, Salinas. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. A's nothing. M's coming to bat. We're just striding in for Oakland. Matt Olson. He'll get us started in the top of the second. Rounded down the third baseline. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
Salinas has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1.
Okay, here's how the Mariners are going to line up defensively. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
1 out, nobody on. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone. Digging in now, Marcus Semien. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
1-1, here it is. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. And that brings up Chad Pinder. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Swung right over the splitter there. 0-1.
0-1.
Not cheated on that swing, but the splitters by him. 0-2. Here it comes. 0-2. And a splitter is over for a called third strike as he's left shaking his head. 1 gone. So with 1 away, a couple of teams out of the AL West doing battle in this one. So let's check out where they sit in the standings entering play here today. Coming to the plate now, James McCann. First pitch coming. Here it is. This is foul right side. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. And next up will be Franklin Barreto. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Sent on the ground out to second. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. So coming to the plate, Malik Smith. He's 0 for 1 thus far. This is line to left. And he stretches out in left, but this is off his glove.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
The batter, the third baseman, Matt.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Smith aboard here at first with nobody out. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Down the third baseline. The 0-2 once more. Count remains at 0-2. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with two strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Now batting, right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Two takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give a guy at first a chance to run.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. Ready with another 0-2, and he struck him out.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 an inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Behind 0-2 now.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far.
Hit on the ground to third. He's got it. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Mariners 1 and the A's nothing. So striding in, Jurickson Profar. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets to 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Another 0-2 coming. And it's fouled away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Dye is there. 1 down. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just 1 lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter.
Marcus Simeon.
Now the 0-1. Hit weak to the mound. And that's the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, the ever versatile Chad Pinder. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They're down 2-0. Now at the plate, James McCann will start things out in their half of the sixth as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. One hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Calling for it, Muriel. 1 down. Next will be the designated hitter, Franklin Barreto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Barreto.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
To his left, hugs it. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Malik Smith the next to hit. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
No balls and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. A's are gone in order. Still down 3-0. Digging in once again, Matt Chapman. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
0-1 count. Here it comes. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Now at the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 0-1 the count. Swings through it for strike number 2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
1 out, nobody on. To first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And that brings in the big power hitting first baseman Matt Olson. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
We got time.
The pitch. And he fouls this one off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail in this one 3-0. Next up for the A's, Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far.
Jurickson Profar.
First delivery to him on the way. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, going to have to do it right now.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes. But how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Now batting.
In now, Chad Pinder. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Pinder has a batting line residing in the 230s.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Ready for another shot now, James McCann. He flew out in his last at-bat. On its way is pitch number 75 to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Oh, behind the back. And the throw won't be in time as he'll be able to beat out the recovery throw at first. Now the A's designated hitter, Franklin Barreto. And, Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. Profar over at second. McCann on at first with 2 down. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. A's strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Malik Smith. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Smith.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Digging in to try it again, Matt Chapman. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Going for strikeout number 15. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game. Now batting, Stephen Piscotty. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is low, ball 1.
This is a big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
A ball and a strike now. Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
And now this crowd, announced at around 22,000, comes to their feet. Back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Matt Olson. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Taken, called, strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Last strike now for Oakland. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Scooped up, throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. The Seattle Mariners jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
MLB The Show has baseball from the Pacific Northwest and T-Mobile Park in Seattle. Today, a contest from the AL West between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Seattle Mariners. The Halos will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Justin White gets the starting nod for the M's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, Matt, he's been really pitching well recently. He even won the Pitcher of the Month award in the American League. And with all the other great starters in this league, that's really saying something. I think he's on top of his game, and I expect to see a solid performance out of him here.
Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. They come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Hey, this is a big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roll? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage the last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight. Makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Mark, how do they go about breaking out the brooms on the road?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Now here's a swing and a ground ball for Frazier at second. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. LaStella has it. Throw on to Bell at first, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. And now for the Angels, Joey Gallo. Power is a big part of his game, of course, entering the contest 5th in the American League home run race. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you. All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And when you focus on the numbers, this starting pitcher leads the American League in strikeouts. When I had a big punch-out guy on the mound, I always tell myself I have to stay in. I have to stay engaged mentally in this one. I have to watch what the catcher's putting down. I have to go through my pre-pitch routine and stay on my toes, because at any moment, that big ball could be coming your way.
First delivery to him on the way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Well, as mentioned in the open of the broadcast, the Halos have their sights set on a series sweep here today.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Angels are gone in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Striding in, David Fletcher, and he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so.
Fletcher.
0-1, here it comes. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. But an atom ball right to him for the first out. Ready now for L.A., Dominique Montano. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series.
Montano.
First pitch on its way. Hit in the air to shallow center. Ramirez has a play. 2 down. Digging in the switch hitter, Tom Lockhart, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front.
Some guys have no trouble hitting with 2 strikes, and some guys never want to get there.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Back now for the Mariners' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for them and their fans, this lineup hasn't really found its stride.
Back to the top of the order now, and up next, one of the terrific talents in the game, Mookie Betts. Now here it comes. This ball will be chopped foul. Betts He's often just referred to as plain old Mookie. He was a 5th-round pick back in 2011.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon. Opportunity now to look at some of the future plans for this Mariner organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent action. In now is Andrelton Simmons. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. He's set. Here it comes. This is foul right side. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. 0-2. Here it comes. And he held up in time, but it's strike 3 called, and there are 2 down. So striding forward now, Mike Trout. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Counts even to Trout, 1-1. And the splitter's in there as he gets ahead here, 1-2. Angel still looking for hit number 1 in the ballgame. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ballgame, and that ends the inning.
Wow.
At the plate, Joey Gallo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that'll bring up Avisail Garcia. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. Again, he sends it out of play. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Into the box, Jose Brusino, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. No runs, no hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. To the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. They still trail 1-0. So stepping in, David Fletcher hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
And that was one of the hardest hit balls they've had all game, Matty. It's been a pretty feeble effort by his teammates on the offensive side.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he's way off balance with the swing there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box, Dominique Montano. 0-1 the count.
Montano.
The 0-1 on its way. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
So he got him swinging. Dominique Montano goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Now batting, third baseman.
Stepping into the box, Tom Lockhart comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 1 ball, no strikes the count. 2-0 now.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
3-0 pitch is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Had a good 3-1 cut, but he misses the splitter. 3-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. But the throw bounces on him at first, and the inning's going to continue.
Well, I think this will be ruled an error, so the no-hit bid is still alive. If it's not, there might be a riot in that dugout, and rightfully so.
Now batting.
Here's Mookie Betts as he sits ground to first. Bell picks it up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Now at the plate, Andrelton Simmons, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
He's set, and the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Angels shortstop behind in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th. And with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. And that misses ball 1. One out, nobody on. And he throws a cutter right by him to take control. 1-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
And that's a base hit. So the no-hit bid ends here in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is where you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Joey Gallo goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
That's a big strike out there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
First offering on its way. Grounded up baseline. Bell brings it in. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Angels leave 1. They're down 1-0. Stepping in, Jose Brusino, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Grounded back. Oh, and that's off the second base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often. Wilson Ramos will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
I know what right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
And you know what, Dilo, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussion at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
Into the box now, Tom Lockhart. No hits to this point. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2.
Can't imagine he comes back with a third breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Angels strand 1. They trail this one 1-0. Back to the top of the Angels lineup now, and stepping in, Mookie Betts. He was a ground out victim last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Ooh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
So we got him swinging. Mookie Betts becomes the first out in the 9th inning.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Standing in now, Andrelton Simmons. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. The next 0-2. White waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in and looking for more, Mike Trout. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
From the stretch, a ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Grounded softly to the right. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Mariners will salvage at least the finale in this 3-game series as the ball game is over.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the 1st. So close to baseball history.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Mariners led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Justin White pitches his way to a league-leading 12th win of the year and records a complete game 2-hitter in doing so. Anthony DeSclafani is settled with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, a swift 2 hours and 19.